Hello, I'm Lori Steiner. Happy New Year and welcome to Golden Opportunities.
Today, we'll welcome 2015 by kicking off a year-long series about reinventing yourself for life's third act. To start off, we'll find out how to set the scene to make the changes you want at this stage of your life. Then, learn how to renew your smile to start off both the new year and this new life stage at your best. We'll help you clear out your clutter as you clear the way to explore exciting new options. Plus, when her corporate job ended, she styled a new strategy. We'll hear one woman's story of how she staged her Act 3. And we'll reveal how to compound your Social Security benefits.
It's time to get going, so pull up a chair and join us at our kitchen table for Golden Opportunities. It used to be that our lives were essentially divided into two acts. Act 1 was our childhood, and Act 2 was adulthood, including a brief retirement. Today, we're living longer and healthier, so we now have a third act with 20 to 30 years of living that previous generations never had. Throughout 2015, we'll explore this bonus with a series called Act 3. And to start us off, clinical psychologist Shirley Ratner is here to help us prepare for a third act worthy of this stage in our life. Dr. Ratner is with Metro Health.
Hi.
Hi, good to see you again.
Great to be here. Thank you.
So we've got all this extra time now. It's all party, 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 right?
Well, that's what we think. But when we get there, we realize that we don't like golf necessarily that much if we imagine that we would play it 7 days a week and spend more time with our spouse and our children. We realize our spouse doesn't want to be joined to our hip 24/7. Our kids have a busy life of their own. So what often happens is we become really depressed and discouraged at that time. And we need to really figure out how to deal with a mourning process of grieving the loss of the life that we had.
Okay. And you're here to give us 3 steps, I guess, in this transition to make it a smooth transition from working world to retirement world. So what's the first step?
Absolutely. So the first step is to redefine for yourself what retirement would mean to you and not get caught up in society's idea of what retirement should be. And that is different for everybody. So what you want to do is you want to think about your values, come up with a purpose and a reason to wake up every morning.
Okay, can you give us any examples of where somebody could start?
Yes, absolutely. So I find that giving back is a wonderful way that people find meaning in their life. Volunteering is a wonderful way to do it, and what I like about it is that it crosses all socioeconomic lines. Anyone can do it. For example, at Metro Health, you can volunteer to come hold babies who have been abandoned or born with addiction. What a wonderful way to give. What a great gift. So that is one way that you can make meaning. But if you want to find a volunteering opportunity that's fit for you, you can contact the Greater Cleveland Volunteers to find something that's right for you.
Okay. And if you have a special expertise in accounting or whatever, you can even help out.
That's right. That's right. So if you have an area of expertise or knowledge that others might be interested in, one way to help is to teach or mentor others.
Okay.
And it's also a great way to transfer your knowledge to the next generation.
Otherwise, you have it be lost.
That's
So
right.
what's step
That's
number
right.
2?
So step number 2 takes a more physical approach. So physical activity is such a crucial part of Act 3. For one, it keeps you younger. And 2, it can prevent a lot of different ailments. Also, now you have the time. So even if you didn't do it before, make it a priority. Make it a goal. Very important.
Keep you going. And then step 3?
Right. So step 3, if you cannot do physical activity or you're a little bit more limited, one thing that's important to do is to exercise the mind. And to do that, it's not always enough to just do crossword puzzles and word searches. What you want to do is you want to get out in the community. You want to take classes. Libraries are a great place to do that. They have programs and opportunities, and also universities often offer courses for seniors that are at low cost or even no cost. And it also gives you an opportunity to socialize with people who are like-minded and who have shared values with you, and to be part of society. Also, going back to exercise, one of the good things about getting into physical exercise or getting into a fitness program or recreational program or university program, whatever it is that you become active in, it is an opportunity to be part of society. And one of the things that we want to remain in Act 3 is to feel that we are still contributing and are a meaningful part of the larger society.
Actually, great tips here today. Don't wait for others to invite you. You can direct your own Act 3. To take the stage successfully, follow Dr. Ratner's advice. And to learn more, use the information that's coming up next. My thanks to Dr. Ratner for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
To learn more, call Metro Health at 216-778-7800 or log on to www.metrohealth.org. Next, new reasons to smile. But first, on this 4th day of 2015, how strong is your resolve towards your New Year's resolutions? While less than 50% of us do make voluntary vows, many who pledge do make progress. Can you guess the success rate 6 months from now? We'll add up the answer when we return.
Here, we're improving the health of our community. Here, a student sees a doctor without ever leaving school. Here, a stroke survivor regains the use of his right hand. Here, a foster child gets the consistent care he deserves. Here, and here, we're breaking new ground every day. So we can break ground here tomorrow. Be a part of the Metro Health transformation. It's good for everyone. Here.
Of those who resolutely make resolutions, 75% sustain their success for the first week. After 2 weeks, it declines to 71%. After a month, a strong 64% maintain their mission. And 6 months from now, we'll say congratulations to a full 46% who are continuing their quest for success.
As we enter our Act 3, we want to greet it feeling and looking our best. Dentist Steve Marsh has helped many people tackle this transition with a new look and outlook, and he's here to share their stories. Welcome back.
Nice to be here.
You have your own take on Act 3 and the importance of it to your own life and others, so why don't you share that?
Thank you. And just as Dr. Ratner talked about, here's part of my Act 3, is I'm now wearing close-ups for this. But this book has meant a lot. It was life-changing to me. It's called Avoid Retirement, Live Longer. And one of the things they talked about is undertaking regular maintenance and repairs on your body. The book says keep up with all the running health repair and maintenance programs just as you would on your car or home. Need your teeth fixed? Do it. Need new glasses? Get them. Need some other body part refurbished? Have it done. And so it lends itself to moving on as we get older. We're expecting to live longer. You need to take care of your teeth as well.
All right, so you've seen a lot of patients at this time of transition, and it really is important to focus on your teeth, right?
Right, and you know, people come to me many times for very different reasons. Some people do it for a reunion, some people do it for a change in life, a change in jobs. And as people are staying more involved, as Dr. Ratner alluded to, whether it's volunteering or teaching or that sort of thing, you want to look your best, you want to be able to eat and enjoy your meals.
Of course.
And so we thought we'd bring some pictures of patients we've seen who are entering that Act 3.
Let's meet some of these people and hear their stories.
Okay, so this young woman came to me. She was actually in her 50s. She was recently divorced. She hated the way her teeth looked. She knew that she was going to be out meeting people. She also was ashamed, so we asked her to smile. She really wouldn't smile. You can see over the years her teeth had shifted. She had never had braces as a kid. Finances played an important role, as it does with everyone. So we focused on just reshaping the lower front teeth and whitening them. And on the uppers, we just went in with 6 veneers. We said later on we'll do the posterior teeth as well. But at least it made her confident. She wrote me a beautiful letter. Talk about changing your jobs. The woman, it's the same woman. I asked her to smile for me. That was the best she could do. She was actually in the healthcare field for over 30 years. And now she wanted to get into teaching and working with young kids and young people. Well, she didn't feel confident in her smile. You can see that on the left. And there she is after doing 8 porcelain veneers, which are ways we can cover the teeth and rebuild spaces. And she was thrilled. She said it was one of the most important things she's ever done. And this is a woman, we're actually in the middle. The after is actually with Temporaries, Lori. She is going to her class reunion next year.
Oh, that's a biggie, huh?
Yeah, she's turning 70, and she said, I don't want to see all those people with my teeth looking that way. Those are old bridges. You can see in the front she was missing a tooth. She lost it when she was a young woman. And that's porcelain on metal, the way it used to be done. So what we said we can do is, and we gave her a treatment plan, what works for you. So we worked on, we're focusing on the upper arch. We reshaped the lowers. Those are actually temporary bridges and some temporary veneers. And literally, we're in the middle of that case. And she said, I'll give
better
you
already, though.
4 or 5 months till we can get to it. Another woman, her reunion was a family reunion. She's been bothered by the space, the look of her teeth. So we went ahead and again giving her permanent teeth with a bridge. She didn't want anything removable. She did go to the reunion a couple months ago, and she said, I was the star of the reunion. Everybody said I couldn't look better, which is really gratifying for us. And lastly, this woman, who's worked in the healthcare field and lectures all over the country, came to me and said, my problem is when I meet people before and after, I don't want them to see my teeth. I'm fine when I'm lecturing. When we took this retracted view on the left, we saw, again, old dentistry the way it used to be done. And today, with some reshaping, with some crowns and veneers, we gave her a smile that she's proud of. And she said, now I enjoy the meet and greets before and the meet and greets after. So whether you're in our stage, moving on, and you want to look good, feel good, having your teeth repaired and looking good is an important part of this Act 3.
All right. So whatever plans you have for your third act, greet them with a beautiful smile. And for help, give Steve a call. His number's next.
See what Dr. Stephen Marsh can do for your smile by calling 440-461-1003 or visit www.clevelandsmiles.com. Next, downsizing your debris. Looking for places to go, things to do? Welcome to our community calendar. It may be cold outside, but things are heating up at the Cleveland Botanical Garden with a winter serving of Gourmets in the Garden. This 6-week series introduces you to area chefs, creative cooking techniques, and delicious dishes. To add this to your menu of activities, call 216-721-1600, extension 100, or log on to www.cbgarden.org to register for any of these sweet sessions.
It's one of the most common New Year's resolutions, getting rid of all that clutter. And we know throughout your first 2 acts of life, you've gathered a lot of memories and memorabilia. But now you're ready to clean up your act. So the question is, what will you do with all of those belongings that no longer belong in your home? Jerry DeLaborado can help. Jerry works for Junkaway, a removal and hauling company. So welcome to the show.
Oh,
here.
thank you, Lori.
I bet you've seen a lot of junk stashed away in your time.
Oh my gosh, yes. I think we all have the guilty of hanging on to things that we know we need to get rid of, but we just can't part with them. But one of the interesting things that I really love about our business is we get to see people transform their lives by getting rid of unwanted items that may be overused, may be time to get rid of, and people get their space back, their livable room back, and are just so relieved to get something accomplished. And what better way to do that than this time of the year, in the beginning of the year?
Yeah, and clean up going forward. So you help clean up, but do you come in and actually sort everything for us?
Not exactly. We encourage families to look at those boxes that they've put in the basement or put up in the attic that have been there for years.
Yeah, out of sight, out of mind.
Correct. And make sure that there's no important document, there's no photos or memorabilia that you want. And then as soon as you identified what needs to go and what needs to stay, Junkaway will come in and will remove those items. And what's really great for people, especially our elderly friends, is you don't have to touch anything. You don't have to move it out of one room to another. You don't have to take it out to the garage. Our men come in, we take the stuff from wherever it is, and we load it up, and we take it away.
All right. Do you take anything and everything?
No, we don't. We are not allowed to take hazardous materials or flammable type of items, but things such as appliances, TVs, electronics, clothing, furniture, remodeling debris, all of those things we will take and gladly take.
Okay, what do you do with them when you got them?
Great question. We're proud that we recycle or repurpose more than 70% of what we take out of people's homes. So that means that we're trying to keep things out of the landfill. Our trucks are green. Our men show up in green shirts.
And you've got a green shirt
I
on now,
have
I see.
a green shirt on now, right? So we're very conscientious about our environment. And then we take our what's been taken out of the home and we take it back to our warehouse, and that's where we sort it, and that's where we look to see what groups that we're affiliated with and organizations that can repurpose that to individuals that you know, are struggling, especially this time of year in the winter.
Right. How do you figure out what the cost will be for this service?
Great question. A lot of people will call and they'll delineate the items that they want to have removed. So that's pretty easy, and we can give them a quote over the phone. But for the situations where somebody is downsizing or they're moving out of their house and they just want to take what they want and everything else needs to go, it's best to call us. We'll come in, we'll do an estimate, and we'll give them a very good, accurate price once we've been able to walk through it with the people.
All right. Very great advice. Is it on your list to clobber your clutter? Jerry and the workers of Junk Away can help by carting it all away. To learn more, use the information that's coming up next.
For more information, call Junk Away at 1-855-855-JUNK, that's 5865, or click to www.forjunkaway.com. Next, her life became a hair-raising adventure. It's time to get up and go, an exercise minute on golden opportunities.
Hello everybody, it's Mike Carbon from Breakout Fitness. Today we're going to help you work those ever-important shoulder cuffs that help to support our rotator cuff. You ready to go?
I am ready to go.
Let's do it. Okay, so this is an upright row using our exercise band. We're simply going to step on the center of the band. We want to kind of offset our feet here so we can make sure we don't lose the band and we don't lose our balance. All we're going to do is start with your hands, palms facing your thighs in front of you. We're going to lead with the elbows, bringing your elbows above your wrists until your fists touch just about the top of your chest, okay? All the way up, all the way down. Remember, good posture. Make sure you're breathing. It's always exhale with exertion and inhale as you're resting. All right, how you doing?
I'm ready to row my boat out
Look
in
at
Lake Erie
that.
this summer.
You got the breathing down, you got good posture. Doing well. Excellent. All right, everybody, once again, 12 to 15 repetitions, 3 to 4 sets, and you'll have stronger shoulders. So now it's your turn to get up and go.
For your copy of the exercise booklet, please send $1 for postage to Golden Opportunities, 23240 Chagrin Boulevard, Suite 450, Beechwood, Ohio, 44122.
Sometimes we choose what happens in our third act of life, and sometimes it chooses us. Christy Warner has a passion for nonprofits, but her career kept her in the corporate world until her company outsourced her occupation. What happened next helped her find her niche, and she'll share just what that is before the end of our interview. Hello, Christy.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Well, if you love nonprofits, I mean, why didn't you go that way instead of going to corporate world?
Well, when I graduated from college, I went to the University of Akron. The money mainly was the reason. I was working as a restaurant manager at the time when I graduated college, and I went on my first interview at the Akron Civic Theater, and they wanted to offer me a full-time position in their development program, but they wanted to pay me about $13,000 a year. And that wasn't going to pay the bills, so I ended up staying in the restaurant management business and actually did that for quite a while.
Okay. And your professional corporate life kept expanding, right? And at one time you had 3 jobs. Really, 3?
I know, I'm a little bit of a crazy person. I like to stay busy, and as far back as I can remember, I've always had probably 2 or 3 jobs. I went to work at, I was once again working in a restaurant. I waited on several people there, and they actually offered me a position as a business manager. At this time I had my undergraduate degree and I was working in the restaurant business, but wanted to kind of get out of that lifestyle. So I went to work for a automotive components manufacturer, and at the same time that happened, I started doing some marketing work for a hair salon in Hudson. Excuse me. And it was a great calling. was able to use my marketing background and also get into a more corporate atmosphere.
What was the third one, though?
I was still working as a restaurant, and I was also doing some finances for a
flower
shop.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, how busy were you at that time?
Yeah, it's a little crazy.
But that's not what you're doing now. So what happened?
Okay, so I actually worked for the automotive components company for about 10 years. They actually moved from Twinsburg, and I was working out of my home, and then they outsourced my position to China.
Overseas jobs.
They do it to you every time. So once that happened, in the meantime, when I was still working at a Simco, I was asked to become a silent partner, mostly become a financial backer to another hair salon, a different hair salon that I had been working at. So I had a little bit of management experience in that, so I felt that what a great opportunity, I could actually be a part of something, own my own business potentially. So I did that. So when my career got changed and it got sent to China, I became a not-so-silent partner in the hair salon business.
And you got to work in the nonprofit piece of it then there too, huh?
Well, and then what was so great about that is our business has been an amazing launch pad or vessel, that I like to call it, that has enabled me to then bring all of my nonprofit works into. And what we've done is, over the last 6 years or so, we have probably donated in in-kind services and cash to approximately $200,000 that we donated.
That you've raised fundraising, and you got an award for that. Here it is.
Yes, it was so great. Actually, last Friday at this very moment, instead of being here with you, I was actually at the Hilton in Akron, and the Association of Fundraising Professionals gave us the Outstanding Leadership Award for small business.
So fantastic. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Great stories. So many people, like Christy, are using their third act to return to their original life goals, even if that return takes a little bit of reinvention. My thanks to Christy for sharing her Act 3 story with us today.
Thank you.
See Christy Warner's Act 3 for yourself by checking out Gavin Scott Salon and Spa, 330-650-4450, or visit www.gavinscottsalon.com. Next, compound your Social Security benefits. Hilltop Village Apartments is retirement living at its best. Residents enjoy a wide variety of activities and living services with all large first-floor apartments, private screened-in patios with beautiful park views, daily dining room meals, free laundry facilities, 24-hour staff, and so much more. Enjoy safe, comfortable independence at a very affordable price. Call today for a tour and learn how you can get your first month's rent free. Hilltop Village Apartments, retirement living at its best.
Did you miss a phone number or website? Then here's your second chance, because we're going to list all of that information again. Then we'll be back to add up the increases involved when you bide your time before taking benefits. When's the best time to start taking your Social Security benefits? 62, 66, later? If you wait until age 70, your benefits will be much higher than if you start earlier. Why? Not only do you get an 8% annual increase for each year you delay from age 66 to age 70, but you can also compound the cost of living increases. Here to explain is my law partner, Mike Solomon.
Hi, Lori.
Hey, Mike. So if I want to wait till age 70 to take my benefits, how does it really help? What does that mean?
Well, let's say your normal retirement age is 66. So every year you wait, you get an 8% increase over what you normally would have gotten for Social Security, which is a pretty good rate of return for delaying for a year.
Yeah, hard to beat. So can you give us an example?
Sure. Let's say you're 66 and your Social Security benefit would have been $2,000, and you wait to age 70. 8% increase over 4 years, that's 32% increase, so it's a pretty good increase.
Wow. So 32% added on to the 2,000 is what, like $2,640?
Right.
So that would be then your monthly benefit for the rest of your life?
No, it's even better than that, because every year Social Security bumps up your Social Security benefit by the rate of inflation. It's a calculation they do every year. So you have that plus the 8% on top. So, when you combine the two together, that increase can be, rather than the $2,640 in your example, could probably be when you add, let's say you assume a 3% rate of inflation, the 8% bump, when you combine the two together, that could be well over $3,000 a month for the rest of your life. It's a significant increase. You need to sit down and look at it.
So you actually have to kind of compare. If you think you're going to live a long time, I don't know why anybody wouldn't do something like this.
Yeah, if you don't need the money, if you can hold off, and you're right, if you think you're going to live a long time, then delay it, and you'll get both combined. They compound it, really magnifies the benefit.
Wow, that's a lot better than $2,000, I guess, at age 66.
That's right.
We'll have to think about that one. So, maximizing your Social Security benefits can make a big difference in your quality of life during your retirement years. Thanks to Mike Solomon for his very beneficial advice. We'll be right back.
For more information, give Mike Solomon a call. His number is 1-888-236-5173. That number again is 1-888-236-5173.
Thanks for joining us. On next week's show, getting your back in shape. We resolve to share options for improvement. Then we'll run numbers on the status of the stock market. How healthy is your health insurance? We'll check up on how your policy checks out. Plus, beating breast cancer. We'll identify important steps for identifying it early. And a little-known strategy to stretch your Social Security benefits. But until then, please remember to make the most of your golden opportunities.
Would you like to join our kitchen conversation? All you have to do is call toll-free 1-877-765-1543 and leave us your question, name, and phone number. Or log on to www.golden.tv for all the latest information and show updates.